we're reviewing the Brandon's Beard Imperial Stout that we brewed back in late December.
Yes.
It's been packaged for a little bit over a month now, so time to try it out and see how it is on this early tasting. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little side-by-side with this and a comparable Imperial Stout, the Prairie Paradise. We've hidden ourselves away in the garage so we can be away from your kids safely for a little bit of time.
It's common practice for me.
You can watch the original Brewday video. I'll have a link somewhere above. But Brandon's Beard was named after the third member of our brewing company. Today we've got 3.5 pints with us because we have our old buddy Brandon, our original member of the Funky Chicken Brewing Collective. So Brandon doesn't live here anymore, but he was back in town for Christmas, so we brewed this beer with him.
Well, let's just do your namesake again, Brandon.
So our original Imperial Stout that we brewed was called Brandon's Beard Imperial Stout. Well, the original Brandon's Beard was brewed back in 2013.
He had a beard that rivaled Ben.
He had a beard that was bigger than mine. He grew his out for an entire year. This is only a half year of beard. At the time we brewed it, he had shaved off his beard completely. So we named the stout in honor of him. One, because he liked stouts, and two, because he had a giant, ridiculous beard.
Beautiful.
It would be nice to do, like, Brandon's going to be back in town over the summer.
July.
Sort of like a 6-month-ish tasting.
Yeah.
And then see how it is after a year. But this is the early impressions. Down a little bit. And the new interrupter is Olivia. Ah!
Siri, Google divorce lawyers in Knoxville, Tennessee, please.
I found this on the web.
Off screen, there's a lot of chaos going on. All right, back to the safety of the garage, where no children or wives or dogs can interrupt us.
Just 3 bros hanging out, right, Pepper? He didn't say much. Kind of like Brandon. This is actually our surrogate Brandon.
Yeah. Let's go crack this Prairie Paradise. This is actually a year-old bottle. What we're trying to find is a stout that wasn't necessarily barrel-aged, but was high in the ABV, like ours is. So this is 13% ABV. It's got coconut and vanilla.
13?
Yeah, it's 13%.
Oof.
Yeah, you can
See you
smell,
later.
You can smell the booze already from here.
So you can definitely taste the vanilla.
Yeah, it's aged out a lot of the harsh edges that it might have had. So this would be interesting comparing this to our little over a month-old Monster Stout.
I like it when it tastes better.
You smell the booze more than you taste it.
Yeah.
It's not overpowering at all. There's definitely a prominent hint of vanilla in it.
Honestly, I hate to say this, but chocolate milk is actually kind of like normal milk.
I'm picking up some like cinnamon too. I don't think it's added in there, but maybe it's just like the residual coconut or something.
Except it's different color. And with chocolate. And it has different taste. And it's got syrup in it sometimes, which makes it taste even better.
Fantastic though.
Beautiful Imperial Stout, the Brandon's Beard Imperial Stout here. It's nicely carbonated. We did pitch some bottling yeast with it because we pretty much killed the USO5. Very rich chocolate on the nose.
You can get the hint of coffee for sure.
Yeah, but not really too much booze
No.
on the nose at all. You're drinking it out of the pretentious beer company butt plug stout glass. I have one myself. A stout glass that is.
Yeah, I got the special edition Fat Boy glass. I actually have no idea what this is called, but
See, it's got the lip so it doesn't get stuck.
yeah, this would be. Anyway,
So that enhances sort of the malt flavors.
it does, and it's also. I think that makes it the best beer in town too. Anyway, bottoms up.
Very rich chocolate forward,
Chocolate!
ridiculously smooth.
Olivia was talking about how she felt like when she tried it, because Olivia loves, as much as she hates IPA, she loves a good dark beer. She said that the mouthfeel made it feel like that she was drinking coffee or drinking a latte. I get that. It's very smooth, just like the ocean under the moon, I would say.
This is about none more black color. This is super dark. Just a thin tan head on it.
This does not taste anywhere near as alcoholic as it is.
Yeah, and that's something that I'm interested in. I think it might be because it has so much residual sugar, like a high finishing gravity. Lots of flavorful dark grains and a high finishing gravity. It really disguises the high alcohol content.
I'm really pleased that it's not thin at all. But I would say for a lot of our stouts, it's always been like, maybe it's because we're adding syrup. and
Yeah,
stuff.
adding the sugars and syrups will thin it out.
This one is very, very pleasantly thick and full-bodied, delicious.
Using USO5 isn't necessarily like the best yeast for one of like getting that big rich mouthfeel. With it being so alcoholic, our other options were to like pitch pretty much on a yeast cake of something else, and we didn't have anything in the pipeline to do that. It's dry yeast. You don't need as much oxygen as you would because dry yeast already has like the oxygen reserves in it. 3 packs of that. Oh great, Olivia is here to bother us again.
This Gibber's won now.
I need a feed pepper back right back.
He wants to destroy my plants.
This is why we hid ourselves in the garage, but it didn't work.
You gonna get Ben's beard?
No. We did have a good water chemistry. Like our pH was spot on, so that it wasn't unnecessarily astringent. We wanted lots of flavors, chocolate and coffee, but we didn't add any chocolate and coffee. So we had some coffee malt, which I really am a big fan of.
Yeah.
I think we used midnight wheat and one of the Carafa malts to add the chocolate. We used the pale chocolate as well, but there's no added ingredients. It's all just malt, hops, and yeast, and water. Yeah, let's do a side by side. So here we got the 1-year-old Prairie Paradise versus our month-old Imperial Stout. I do think the vanilla is still kicking in this one. Plus,
That's
like
pretty impressive.
the booze. It does kind of add that. It amplifies the flavors in this one. Like vanilla sort of makes chocolate flavors pop a little bit more.
Did you brew this chocolate milk?
No.
This one does always still smell a little bit boozier than ours does.
It tastes boozier too. Going from this to this.
I've only brewed the worst beer ever. I sell all of them that I made.
Ours, definitely the coffee malt is still pretty strong right now. Like I'm getting that sort of cold brew coffee
Yeah,
flavor in there.
spot on.
It's called a gross fart because who made it farted in
But
it.
there is sort of like that chocolate hint in there from the midnight wheat and the Carafa and the pale chocolate.
Wait, you made it. So you farted in it.
No!
I mean, obviously ours has no adjuncts.
I beat it, pooped it, farted in a beer.
Like a deep plum, fig, raisin, date, yeah, like that caramel malt that I actually don't like by itself,
Put snot in it.
but within a stout, I do think it is a very nice flavor.
I put boogers in it.
I couldn't be happier how this turned out.
It was your stout.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, try not to laugh, guys. Try not to laugh.
We don't actually can our beers. This is a dummy. We don't actually label our bottled beers either. I do one mock-up that I use for Instagram and our videos and just for fun. So I just dummied up a Bearded Iris can. If I had to do this over again, I would like to find some way to use an English yeast in a stout. I think what we should do is brew a stout on top of like a bitter yeast cake. Very good stout, especially at only a month old. It'll be interesting to see this at 6 months and a year.
Yeah.
Pepper help.
Did Pepper fart in the beer?
No, he just sit there putting a bunch of chips in it. And
Does
so
Pepper ever fart?
no, he just put a bunch of chips until we ran out.
Have you ever considered
Come
not
on, Pepper.
farting in a beer?
No. But then I found out that he was like creepy. We found out the next time I saw him, he wasn't alive. Then he came back to life. He just eats something.
Did he ever say,
Wake me up! Wake me up in the sky! Wake me up
No!
in the sky!
No! Thumbs up if you don't like this. This gives a thumbs down if you don't like it. Only gives it a thumbs down if you don't like it. Gives it a thumbs up if you do like it.
But you should definitely give a thumbs up, right?
If you like it.
Thanks, Owen. So if you want to watch the Brewday video of this beer, the Brandon's Beard, click down here. If you want to go watch our other review videos, click over there. And subscribe.
remember, thumbs up.